Wait, no. Alexa, tree on.
Oh, it's suddenly Christmas.
Hello, and welcome back to
What's Safeword?
I'm Amp.
I'm Mr. Christopher.
And today,
TikTok, TikTok, TikTok.
if you say it enough, I'm sure YouTube will know that this video is about TikToks and hopefully
Ban us.
well, and TikTok's gonna be banned, so it doesn't matter anyway. So let's get it out of the way while we still can. Today we need a laugh, and we've got a wonderful sponsor in Via Hemp. So we're gonna get a little elevated and watch some TikToks of the kinky variety that you guys have sent our way. And without further ado, our first TikTok today.
Calling my husband daddy to see how he reacts. Let's go.
Harder, daddy!
Oh, is that for me?
Yep, the hot one's for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, daddy.
Also got you little blueberry muffin. I had a bite of it though.
Oh, daddy. It's really good. Was it busy in there?
Could have been Karen in front of me ordering the coffee, taking about an hour and a half.
Oh, poor daddy.
No, we're not doing that.
What?
I heard correctly the first time, and we're not calling me daddy for the rest of this trip.
It's kind of hot. Like,
There's nothing hot about calling you daddy.
yeah, daddy.
No!
What? It's hot.
If you're calling me daddy, I'm gonna start calling you son. How's the blueberry muffin, son? You're looking really hot and sexy today, son.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, they're not old enough to do that.
Well, daddy's an ageless. It's a
No,
mindset
he was
more
not
than
old enough.
anything.
That was a fetus. He was not old enough to be
It's like a 20-something-year-old.
That was a fetus.
We know many 20-something-year-olds that prefer to be called daddy. No,
No, we don't. Do we?
I think we know.
Who? Name one.
What do you do successfully? Quickly.
I get why he was upset. I was upset at 45 when you want to call me
Daddy.
What's wrong with that, sweetie?
okay.
So how does that make you feel,
I mean,
sweetie?
it's a little weird, Pixie.
Okay, that seems like a slur. Who in your right mind calls your partner Pixie?
Well, when they look like a pixie, yeah, it's appropriate.
A Dom DM.
Oh, I love this. This is a game show on a
Okay.
show called Dropout, and this is Brenan Lee Mulligan.
A Dom DM. Get on your knees.
Ooh. Yeah, daddy.
So you got a 3. Okay, so you try to get on your knees. And you get really close, and you sort of stumble at the last minute. But actually, give me a performance check to see if you can recover. 1. You open your mouth like a good little girl. And actually, I want you to give me a Constitution save so you can resist the little whips and chains. That's right. You do have 3 levels of exhaustion, so you will be rolling with disadvantage. Okay, you only take, you take 2 points of damage, and it feels you had 2 hit points left. Banana. Got a lot, Brenan.
Okay, he's hot.
Brenan Lee Mulligan is one of the funniest DOMs and DMs that does professional D&D. So rolls Dungeons and Dragons, but online.
Okay, I'm in.
How would you think his ad-libbing as a DOM was?
That was pretty good. I liked it.
Kink and D&D are so similar in so many ways. Being able to roll with the punches, do a little bit of a ad-libbing, and yes-anding. As someone who just went through Baldur's Gate 3, yes, I did romance both Astarion and Halsin. I was a druid, don't ask. But it was such a kinky game, and D&D is already so kink-coded, but nerds love to get kinky. This is another one of their shows called The Newsroom, I believe, where they do improv news, and you can't laugh. So this is another one of those keep a straight face, daddy.
Okay.
Good evening and welcome to Breaking News, the show where we don't know what we're about to say and we're not allowed to smile or laugh. My name's Dom Thompson, but instead of the letter O, I use pictures of donuts.
And I'm Grant Anthony O'Brien, and that's my actual first, middle, and last name.
Tonight we're starting off with a new segment called True Facts About Grant that are not jokes, that are just true, actual facts about this gangly asshole.
Great. Good. I want this to happen.
Oh yeah, do you like that?
Yes, I do. I really do. Please give Doggy Boy his treat.
Yeah? Does the sweet little toilet pig want his yummy, yummy crap?
That might have gone a little too far quickly.
Some of this might be cut out. Go follow our Patreon if you want to see us react to this entire video.
Hello, and welcome to another Can You Keep a Straight Face?
No, I'm gay. But jokes aside, okay, we have to be very straight. Can't joke.
Through this?
Can't laugh.
Okay.
Don't even think about it.
Done.
Today, we're going to look at some $300 men's shorts from Palomo, Spain. Remember, your challenge is to keep a straight face when I show you these. Here's the front. Not so bad, right? Here's the back of their Ass Air denim shorts, because that's the real name decided upon by the company.
Ass Air.
Also, these are snaps. They're snap. I don't know that there's anything less safe to wear around a group of men. These people know how to keep it comfy and casual.
Oh, the top and the heels make it.
When people talk about assless pants and assless chaps, that's what they're talking about.
I'd wear those.
You do wear that. You have pants like that just have elastic instead of snaps. That's wild. I need a pair immediately. Next TikTok. This one says, "Tell me you're kinky without telling me you're kinky."
Tell me you're kinky without telling me you're kinky.
I just said that, sir.
I'll go first. I was driving home from work today when I asked Siri to play a certain song for me. She did without any complications. So without thinking about it, I muttered, "Good girl," under my breath. I just gave praise to the AI for doing its job.
I get that. I was worried about when Siri and all these Alexas came out that it was going to make us a less polite society because we just demand things. Now you're like, "Alexa, lights on." Lights on. We don't say please. We don't say thank you. At least he says good girl.
Hey Siri, please call me daddy.
Yes, Daddy, I'm your good girl. Slurp, slurp, gurgle, durble.
Tell us the thing that you do that tells us you're kinky without telling us you're kinky in the comments down below. Next TikTok.
Question. What are 2 things that you did not realize were done by the same person?
I have never hit the stitch button so quickly my entire life. I'm sure many of you will be very familiar with this painting right here. This is the Great Wave off Kagawa, one of the 36 views of Mount Fuji done by the artist Hokusai in the mid-19th century. Hokusai, of course, is very famous for this piece, but he is also very famous for a very different genre of art. Hokusai is also very well known for his shunga art. Shunga is Japanese erotica, usually painted on woodblock, just like the Great Wave off Kagawa is. In particular, he is most famous for this work right here. This is called The Dream of the Fisherman's Wife, and it is one of the forerunners to tentacle.
Why is there so much blood?
Cursed with this knowledge.
That is not blood.
I'm bathing his blood. I'm bathing his blood. I'm bathing his blood. Bathing his blood.
No, that's just censoring. They can't show you what's happening.
I thought that was part of the painting.
No. I've seen this artwork before. I had no idea that was drawn by the same guy, though. I'm giving 5 out of 5 on that one.
I'll give 3.
What?
Because I can't see it. You should show the whole thing.
We can't show the whole thing, and that's why it's censored.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Desmond.
And how's your day going, Desmond?
So far, so good. It's Friday.
And so are you from around here? You've been in the Castro, or?
Been in the Castro about 20 years.
What would you say is the kinkiest thing you've ever done?
I once stuck my in somebody's eye socket.
I forgot about this.
I didn't, but we didn't post this. This is somebody else posted this and got 21,000 likes and we didn't even get tagged in it?
Why don't we post our own shit?
We do, and TikTok blocks whatever we do.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Maybe we need to do more TikToks. Okay.
That's the reaction I usually get.
How did that work?
I didn't see that one coming.
Did you see it coming?
We need to do another man on the street interview. We haven't done that in a long time.
I'd be down for another man on the street interview. Let us know what comments you want us to ask people in the comments down below.
Did he ever explain that?
Yes, and we did not show it in the video because it wasn't appropriate.
Okay.
But
I remember interviewing him. I forgot how that interview went.
Because of Viahem, today's special.
Who's making sure we not only are getting sensual online, but also offline, because they ship to you right to your door no questions asked, discreetly, so long as you're over the proper legal age. Avaya is also well known for their premium THCA flowers, keeping them free from harsh pesticides or nasty chemicals. With their THC-free gummies and vapes, as well as soothing topicals and calming drops, Avaya's got something perfect for everybody. Avaya has developed a unique blend of pleasure-enhancing cannabinoids, libido-strengthening herbs, and low doses of CBD into one mind-blowing gummy called High Love. The products have great flavors and are made with vegan and organic ingredients, and their best-selling High Love will not only heighten your senses, but will also increase your sexual pleasure in the bedroom. If you're 21 and up, it is the only lifestyle hemp brand. Whether you want to get better sleep, ease anxiety, enhance your mood, or just get a little elevated, they also have zero THC products just in case. Check out Via in the link down below at viahemp.com, and you will get 15% off with offer code WATTS, as well as a wonderful mood.
And the best part is they're ultra yummy, and they even have products that are THC free. Don't laugh at me.
Next TikTok. Next TikTok. You know who this is?
Troye Sivan.
Yeah, who sings?
Rush.
Troye Sivan, also known as young Wolverine in all the X-Men movies, also known as a critically acclaimed YouTuber who's done many a YouTube challenge, and an amazing artist that does some phenomenal work and music, but they're talking about some one-night stands.
I think that's something that's really cool about queer people as well. Like I have had hookups with people where afterwards, like, we say thank you to each other, because it's like, you know, I just met you, you just met me, but we both came to this knowing exactly what we want. We communicated really effectively before about what we were trying to get out of this experience, and you gave that to me and I gave that to you, and that was so fun. Thank you so much. And it almost feels like I don't know, I think that, like, having to break down the barriers when you're a young queer person, you know, you're like, okay, I am not, like, fitting this heteronormative, you know, lifestyle that most of the world experiences. So all of the rules kind of go out of the window, and that's really, really, really scary. And then on the other side of it is this kind of like freedom where you're like, oh, the rules don't apply to me.
Rewrite them.
So I can kind of make this whatever I want it to be, as long as there's like communication between both parties. I think that there's something like really, I think there's something to be learnt from those experiences for everyone.
Oh,
I mean, not funny, but 100% true.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's true.
But do you ever say thank you to your hookups?
Yeah, all the time. Because it was a lovely time. It was a lovely, and sex is empowering, right? And it recharges your batteries. And when you can walk away from it guilt-free, and yeah, you're not going to become boyfriends, you're not going to become intimates with this person, but you both gave each other what you both needed at that moment in that time. Absolutely, say thank you.
Round of applause for Tristan.
Okay, bye.
Next TikTok. Oh, this is a palate cleanser for you.
Ow, poor titty.
You're done.
You're done. Oh. Horses have humor. Oh no. Oh my God, did he just do a line?
I love my horsey and my horsey love me.
Yeah.
Oh. This one was clearly sent in for you.
I love horse videos. They're so playful, and people don't realize how they're just so dorky and doofy sometimes.
I agree, they're very dorky.
I love horse videos. I'll give them 4.
You just because they're horses.
They're horses. You can't go wrong with horses.
Next TikTok?
Yeah. Next TikTok.
Daddy, who is this?
Jonah.
It says, I want to walk in the park, but it's too cold. Cruising.
Establishing nonverbal consent is a key part of cruising, but I've really only talked here about doing it through eye contact.
What is nonverbal consent?
It is letting someone know that they have your permission to touch you without telling them.
We both walk into the bar. What is nonverbal consent going to look like? What? No? Is that not how you... Well, maybe Jonah can show us.
What are ways of saying yes or no when you're already physically in contact? I want to start off by saying that these techniques are most useful in environments where speech and visual cues are of limited use. A noisy nightclub darkroom, a secretive cruising environment. Verbal communication is always going to be clearer, but sometimes we connect in places where that isn't possible. The first is a well-recognized sign that says no or I'm done. A couple of firm, quick taps somewhere neutral like the arm or the back. In a crowded place, you might casually be brushing up against 5 people at a time. time, so if you want to say back off, you want to cut through the noise with something clear and unambiguous. A second less well-known signal is for readjustment or for drawing a line. This is when you're with somebody who you want to keep interacting with, but they've moved into an action that you're not interested in. There's two ways you can do this. The first is you move their hand to a neutral spot, something that says, this is where I am comfortable interacting.
True.
Or you can give them a short hold in place kind of squeeze. I find this one really useful with folks that I maybe want to put an arm around or make eye contact with while we do things, but I don't really want to go further with individually.
Cruising is a lost art form that a lot of kids these days coming up into the queer scene don't really understand.
And sometimes people cruise you and give you those signals, but they're not ready to commit and go home with you. So it's more of a flirting.
And sometimes I'm just scratching my eyeball and I just like, oh, there's something. Oh. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're scratching your eyeballs so erotically.
Jonah, while not funny, very informative and educational. TikTok.
Highly anticipated cleaning routine that you're all wanting. All right, here we go. Chapter 1. If I just clean out for like an hour or two, I can just clean out for maybe an hour and we'll be good.
How long do you clean out?
15 minutes most.
When you say clean out for an hour, you mean
I'll
like
be in the shower cleaning out.
for an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I basically give myself a full colonic. I just want to make sure.
Have you never had an accident on set?
I mean, who hasn't every once in a while, but like...
That's because you do go too deep.
Well, okay, what is the recommended clean out
15, 20 minutes. You don't need to go that deep.
If you're doing a short quickie, like a 15 to 20 minute clean out, a little bit of stimulation with a toy just to make sure you're good.
And shit happens. Who cares?
People care. You don't care.
Who cares?
You don't care. Plenty of people care. And I'm not trying to shame this guy, especially if he does sex work for a living, but
we are running low of water.
And we're running low of good bottoms too. Let's keep watching.
No, we're not. They're a dime a dozen.
I keep them few and far in between because I like to just be that golden boy. So if it's like something that where I don't need to be cleaned out for very long, then I'll just do like an hour, no Imodium, no nothing. I'll be good to go. But if it's like a studio thing, so like, like it's hours before you even start filming anything. So I will take maybe 3 or 4 Imodium. If I want a quick clean out too, and if I know that I need to just be clean most of the day, I will take those 4 Imodium and then just kind of let it sit for a while. And then eventually I'll go in the shower and clean out. And like once the Imodium has had time to work, like my cleaning out would maybe be like 30 minutes.
Too much.
Okay, I take it back. That's too much.
Too much.
If I'm taking Imodium, I definitely will eat. That's the beauty of the Imodium because it come out. Right. At least for me.
No, that's not how it works, girl.
No! Me like till the next day. Pass around party bottom at that point. May as well. When in Rome.
When Rome's in you. I've taken 3 Imodium before, and I was good for almost an entire weekend because my bowels were just stopped
You were
up.
stopped up.
Yeah. I can't imagine doing that regularly.
Nothing was coming out.
Every day?
Yeah, no.
You can't do, be careful with your clean out process. Do not overdo it. If you're gonna do an Imodium, make sure that's a last ditch effort or to last an entire day or two because that will keep you stopped up generally, depending on like your bowel moving systems. Next TikTok.
Heck yeah, I have anxiety. Actually, not really anymore because I'm on Lexapro and it's really working. These meds aren't for everyone, but they're a yes for me. Mental health is mental wealth.
Okay, that's not how. What are those called? Algorithms? Not algorithms. What is that?
Antidepressants?
No, with the first letter of every word.
An acronym.
Acronym. That's not how acronyms work.
It feels like a fan of like one of those tornado fans just hitting me in the face with information, colors, and sounds.
Well, it was. That's why.
What's a proper acronym? VIA. Very elevated. I am. I'm getting elevated with today's sponsor, VIA. Next TikTok.
These are the secret gay magazines of the 1950s and 60s. You'd not think they'd exist because of sodomy laws at the time, but they did. They masqueraded as fitness magazines under macho names like Physique Pictorial and Vim, only to be read by those with an interest in bodybuilding. In reality, of course, they were aimed at the young closeted men of the United States, and the pictures inside make that very obvious, like this man who's having a hard time getting his belt on.
I hate when my pants get stuck and my belt just doesn't work.
I remember these magazines.
As an added bonus, they were nice and small, so you could hide them from your wife. They were available for discreet purchase at your local pharmacist or by mail, but unlike actual magazines, these were never copyrighted for fear of unwanted attention from the United States government. And sure, you know I love the 50s and 60s, but for obvious reasons, I'd never want to go back there. They are a cool piece of history, but in many ways they're quite sad. So the next time you get mad at a TikTok thirst trap, just be grateful we're not in the dark ages.
It was always funny in these pictorial, because they would advertise it as a bodybuilding thing, but they would literally have like a G-string on with just the thinnest fabric over their genitals.
Well, thank God you hid that from your wife.
Yeah, she's actually my mom, but yes. Why are they sad?
It's sad because the history of them was very underground and hidden, I think.
I think it was pure art.
And the history of the art is very beautiful there. Tom of Finland, for instance, would send packages of his artwork to magazines hoping they would purchase and buy and print. And there was a time and place when some of the magazines just started printing his stuff because he didn't have copyrights.
No, that happens to all artists.
And you couldn't copyright it because who's going to copyright sexual gay content back in the day?
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the historical work. Next TikTok.
Kinky facts from history that you didn't know.
I love her.
Love her. Esme's great, but she does hit you with a lot of information at once. So y'all strap in.
Medieval women shoved fish inside their hoo-ha to get men into bed. Once the fish was seeped in their juices, they would serve it to their husband as an aphrodisiac. This method was recorded by the 10th century Burchard of Worms, but may well have been a product of his wishful thinking.
Okay, that's gross.
Ew.
I'm uncomfortable.
Condoms used to be made out of the intestines of animals.
I knew
This
that.
style remained popular until the mid-1800s, with a ribbon tied around the base to secure it.
As a kid, someone says that's as old as your grandpa's buckskin rubber, and I asked my mom what that meant. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, no, that meant
buckskin rubber.
The intestine from an animal of some sort.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had little tie-off points like that. That's
I didn't
kinda
know what a
fun.
rubber was to begin with, but then a buckskin rubber.
Oh. And also not great as far as catching all of the goods, like because the mucous membranes weren't perfect, but I mean, it was better than nothing back in the day.
In Sparta, women would cut their hair short once they were married. And some scholars believe this was to make marital relations more comfortable for the man, because they were far more used to having sex with other men.
Oh,
yeah. That makes sense.
Also helps with just figuring out who's available.
Kinky history. Thank you.
Thank you, Esme. Always keeping us educated, informed, and the red lipstick's always a nice touch. Next TikTok.
Hey dude, wanna go to Pride later?
Huh?
Wanna go to Pride later?
Sure.
Sure.
Hey dude, how are you enjoying Pride?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
You look like you're enjoying it. Palm Springs.
Hey dude, how'd you sleep?
Are you filming me?
This is me every morning.
Hey dude, how was brunch?
Why do you keep calling me dude? Dude, I'm your boyfriend.
Yes, daddy.
How'd you like that one, sweetie?
I'd rather dude, actually.
Really?
You get annoyed with dude.
No, it's when you put on a dude bro mindset because you don't do a good dude bro.
I do. Let's go to the gym, bro. Yeah, bro.
No one talks like that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they do.
You just say yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Over and over again.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a persona.
That is
that's
a
just
persona.
a bad tip.
No,
in the
that's-
form of you
dude,
trying. That's
let's-
an accent
let's go to the
is
gym,
not
bro.
saying the
Yes,
same
it
word
is,
over
bro.
and over again.
Yeah, bro.
It's just like Cinderella, says the caption.
Imagine having to put a cock cage on every boy in the land to see who your Prince Charming was.
There's no key though, and that has a ball attachment. How are you getting that often
Yeah,
on
that
someone?
one's
Someday my prince won't come.
How did it fall off?
You know when it's a cold night?
Yeah, their balls really shrunk. Poor guy.
Next TikTok.
I hate liquor. Hate it. Hate it. Ugh. What did you say? What was that? Shannon, is that glitter? What?
Popular.
I don't know, Mom. I'm green. I don't know.
You're gonna be popular.
No, it's not food poisoning. Dad?
That was sporadic. I don't even know what happened or occurred.
This is why America's so stupid. That said, that was really funny.
It was funny, but I don't even know why.
It's like the slow devolving of someone as they find this like brain rot or this hyperfixation and they just become a huge fan. No?
Sure. I'll take that as an explanation. I don't know if it's accurate, but that was just chaos.
Next TikTok.
I realized that parallel parking is just like sucking dick. I've done it way too many times to just be okay at it. And a man could do a better job.
Oh! Wait, but isn't that misogynistic if she's saying a man could do a better job at parking?
I think she's saying gays can do it better. But as someone who is gay and can't drive well or parallel park, I can, fact of the matter is, suck a dick much better.
Okay, I'll give that 3.
3?
Yeah.
And how well do you parallel park?
I am waiting to belly roll for the 5.
I would love to see you belly roll.
Me too. Roll the next TikTok.
Only a freak would know this for 200, please. In this kink, nay could mean consent.
Horse kink. Horseplay.
What is pony play?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't say what is. Sorry, we can't give you the
I have
point.
to say what is?
That is correct. Weird that you knew that.
That's pretty easy.
Only a freak would know this for 400, please. Hey, that's my chair.
Rim seat. What is a rim seat?
Who is a cuck? Takes one to know one. You are correct.
Oh.
Did you notice the guy's name?
No. Chris? Oh, it's spelled wrong, but okay.
That's not true. Okay. Only a cuck would know. Only a freak would know this for 600, please. Look at me! I am the captain now.
Don't know.
I don't either.
What is a pirate?
Got the last couple ones, so I feel like you should totally go for it. 3 seconds. What is pegging? Chris gets pegged, everyone. Chris gets pegged. Was it worth 600 bucks, dude?
I like the pit stains that are slowly growing in his shirt.
Chris, you did such a great job.
Thank you.
Speedy.
Thank you.
And last but not least today,
I was sitting around with my wife and kids. And I said, well, let's watch Billions. And so I put it in a little machine, and the very opening scene is you like hogtied with a ball gag and a dominatrix. I actually said, let's go get some ice cream, kids. Let's go outside. Or fight with machetes. Anything other than watch the rest of this.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Really?
Yes, you missed a teachable moment with your family there.
Kids,
you missed a teachable.
It's very important. Kids, have a safe word. Have a safe word. Perhaps take all my land.
That's a handy one.
A good handy safe word to have.
That's funny.
and a lesson to let you know that you should always have a safe word, whether you're getting hogtied, kidnapped, working at a store that sells ball gags, or you're trying to be really forward because you want to cruise. I just want to a wonderful note to end on, and also just a big old thanks for sending in the TikToks.
And this is why safe words are important. That was a family teachable moment. He was correct.
True. And I like small moments like that where consent's talked about, where you talk about just the dynamics of people that might not be in your wheelhouse, in your realm, in your community. But that's where TikTok does a good job. Unfortunately, we might not have it anymore. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly.
Yeah. Well, it'll free up a lot of time.
But also a great place to stop as we remind you guys that information is important. And a lot of what goes on TikTok is not always fact checked. It's not always peer reviewed, and it's not always correct.
None of it's fact checked.
Yeah. And so it's good to watch stuff like this and use your critical thinking brain to be like, oh, this is fun, but this is also just shock value or sensational content.
Or silly.
Unless, of course, it's coming from someone who shows you the facts, shows you the research, and shows you where they're coming from and why. But as Colbert says, it's always important to have a safe word. And today's safe word is...
Sweetie. No, because that's my limit. That's my limit. No, that's it. Too far over the line. Sweetie, sweetie, sweetie.
If you have any comments, questions, or TikToks we need to check out, please leave those in the links down below.
And if you like ringing bells, ring that bell.
Thank you again, Via Hemp, for being the wonderful sponsor today, keeping us a little elevated and keeping our attention span just long enough to watch these.
Barely.
Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas, everyone. I know this is going to be one of our last videos of the year, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys all have a lovely holidays, no matter what you're celebrating, or if you're just getting a little bit of time off because the rest of your colleagues get to go. But I hope you all get everything you wanted in your stockings. Ooh, is that sexier than I intended? Absolutely. But I hope you have a wonderful holiday and Happy New Year. Cut the camera. Samson, cut the Samson, cut the camera. Stop the camera.